Thank you for tuning into Morgan in Movement, y'all. Hopefully, you're having a great, wonderful day. Trying to figure out where my camera's at so I can know where I'm looking at. Okay, I'm looking over here. Okay. Anyways, y'all. So, Morgan is considering moving. Yes, moving literally. I currently live in an apartment and I'm considering moving into another apartment or renting a home again. So, why is Morgan considering moving? I'm going to tell you that right fast. I'm considering moving because currently I am out of heat and it is cold here in Indiana. We are a part of the whole snow situation, and it's snowing, and there's probably 2 inches of snow on my car or more. And no, I haven't brushed it off. It's still the same snow that's been on there last night, but it's accumulating on top of that. So yeah. Anywho, that's why I'm considering moving. But it made me think maybe some other people are considering moving. Maybe their lease is up and they're considering buying or renting in the season. So I decided to go over the pros and cons. For me, the pro of living in an apartment right now is um, I do not have to come out of my pocket immediately to cover any repairs. If this furnace is broken, I don't have to pay the repair guy immediately. If they're gonna replace it tomorrow, I don't have to pay for that immediately. Will they probably get their money? Not from me. I don't have that much longer left on my lease that I feel like they'll make the money back from what they had to pay to get this furnace to buy a new one. I really don't think I'll be here that long. Number two, um, the other awesome part about being in an apartment is I don't have to pay all my utilities directly myself. And I know some people are like, oh, you pay them included in your renting in your rent when you pay your rent each month. I don't agree with that. When I was living in a house I was renting, my electric bill was way higher. My electric bill was way higher than what it is in an apartment. And granted, I did have more room, but I know I was paying that thing by myself because it was almost triple what I pay now for lights and what I paid when I was in a rental when I was in a rental home. Um, I do like the fact that they do cover things. So like my rental home as well as my apartment, they both have covered my water and my trash. And that's been a blessing because having one less bill directly to pay is awesome. The third thing I do, I think that's the third. The third thing I do like is I do not have to deal with shoveling of snow, picking up of leaves, cleaning of gutters, anything landscaping related. They do all of that. They plant the flowers that they want them planted, they shovel the snow, and they cut the grass. And I love that because I've done those things before. I'm not built that way. I'm not built that way. I love the fact that I don't pay somebody every couple of weeks to be like, hey, can you come cut the yard? Or hey, little guy, can you shovel the snow? And yes, I should have said little guy. I didn't mean little person for anybody who's little person in general. What I mean was little guy. We used to have kids in the neighborhood who normally young boys would come by and they'd have shovels and they want to shovel the snow, and we agree upon the price before they shoveled them, and I give them what they wanted. $20, $30. They shovel the driveway, they shovel the walkway. They were good. Same with grass. Sometimes I let them cut it and keep moving because I mean, we have to have a way for kids to make money, right? You say you want kids to not be out here doing things they shouldn't be doing, but you won't give them a job, and some kids need the money. They are not legally old enough to work. So yeah. Anywho, I love that for me. Uh, the other thing I was gonna say that I love not being responsible for in an apartment complex is um, not being responsible for making sure things get done. I just tell somebody what to do and it gets done. And I know that I had to do something similar in an apartment, but well, in a house, but it was different because I had to work things out with the repair guy of, okay, I'll be home then, or my husband will be home then, or we won't be home then, and they can't come in. So with an apartment, I just tell them and they just make it happen. So the responsibility of that as well. The other thing I love is having the other thing I love is having a place to have a little get together that's not in my home. I can rent out the clubhouse in my complex and have people come over and we can have a get together and never have to set foot in my home. I love that. A pool party, that kind of thing. In your home, you have to have people directly in your home. And not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but you have family members that you may not want to be in your home. You may have those kind of family members. I don't. I don't. So for my family, I don't have those kind of family members that I don't want in my home. But you may have those kind of family members you don't want in your home. So I think that's the other thing too. You can have and get together and never have anybody set foot in your home. So those are the pros. The cons are because I didn't hire somebody to do the repair, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know if it'll happen today. I don't know if it'll happen tomorrow. I don't know when it'll happen. The other con is I can pay rent this place for the next 50 years of my life and still never own it. And still never own it. And still never own it. And that's, I'm gonna have to cut that out. And that has its pros and cons too. Uh, ooh. The other pro I do like about my apartment for the most part, the kind I don't like, sorry, I meant to say the other kind, is that even though I agreed and signed my lease that my apartment would be the exact same for the next 12 months, there's still that little fine writing that says it will increase at their leisure. And I hate that because maybe my furnace didn't break at all this year. Maybe I didn't have any problems I needed the complex to do anything for. If somebody in my apartment complex did, they're going to increase it. Yeah, they're going to increase it. But yeah, so that's why those are my pros and cons of living in an apartment complex and renting a home. So, in saying that, the pros of owning a home. The pros of owning a home is eventually 10, 15, 20, 30 years, depending on how long you decide to pay on your home, how long it takes you to pay off your mortgage. Maybe you hit the lottery big, and guess what? You officially own it. Yay, congratulations to you. The other pro is you have something to pass on. If you happen to die, you don't have a spouse, you can pass on to your children if you have them, nieces, nephews, cousins, donated to um, the local church or school of your choice or whatever organization you're affiliated with. That's the other awesome thing. The con. The con is you have to jump through a lot of hoops sometimes to be able to be put in a position to own a home. I know that I have signed to buy 4 homes in my lifetime, and that was not a cheap process. I remember I had to spend $500 was the earnest money I put down, and then I also had to put down another $500 to have them do the inspection of the home, doing the inspector to make sure that okay, I think I'm explaining this correctly. Anywho, the inspection basically is the an appraiser, the appraiser. That's what I meant to say, the appraiser. The appraiser comes through and looks at everything from the bottom of your crawl space to the roof and making sure that basically it's fair for what you're paying. And then they're going to let you know a report of what repairs, what is good, what is bad. So the homeowner knows, the future homeowner knows, and the mortgage knows. The mortgage company knows. And so if the mortgage company is good with it, and then it's up to you to be good with, I agree to pay you X, Y, and Z for blah, blah, blah. So I feel like I'm saying that it takes a lot of money in general to get to the process of being able to say, I'm going to buy it. That didn't include the money that I had to have down payment for the home. That was just the beginning. When we gave you a down payment, we agreed that this is what I will give you for now while this is taking place. And oh, you don't get that money back either. So if the appraiser, if you found too many things on the appraisal list you didn't like, you don't get that money back. Bye bye. Bye bye money. Like bye bye money. So I said that bye bye several times. Yeah. I'm gonna get off subject for 1 minute. So anywho. My nightmare realtor, she was so bad. We seen a home, my ex-husband and I, and we went and looked at the home. And I was like, it looks like a nice home. Looks like a nice home, but on the form that they had outside the home, or you see it online, it'll tell you what the home has. It kept saying it had a basement. I was like, this home has a basement, but we couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. The realtor couldn't find it. Nobody could find it. But it kept saying, I was like, it has to have a basement. It says it has a basement. It's not lying about a basement. Turns out when the appraiser did the appraisal, they called me. They called me from home. They're like, can you come over here? I was like, yeah. When I tell you I was something crazy, I opened the door. It was a door on the back. I thought it was a shed. It looked like a shed off the house, but it turns out that was a door to the back of the was the back of the basement. And you have to enter from the you come out of one part of the home, and you enter into another part of the home. Oh man, you enter into another part of the home, and when you turn the corner, there's another door, and you open the door, which I thought was like just a closet outside the home. No, you go in. It's a dirt. It was a dirt staircase, and it was a dirt basement, all dirt basement. I was like, nothing but God. Like, I ended up getting that money back because I told my appraiser, and not my appraiser, I told my realtor, this is on you because I knew there was a basement. It said it was a basement before, but you didn't find one. You said there wasn't one. Yeah, so that's another reason why I wouldn't want to own a home. All the hoops you have to go through for it. Um, as you know, the appliances earlier. What else did I not cover? The appliances, all the landscaping. Like we said, the good thing about it, the landscaping is you. The bad thing about it, the landscaping is you. HOA fees, possibly, those are on you. Um, and that's homeowner association fees. Some of them can be high, some can be low. Some people pay monthly, some people pay yearly. Everything's different. Like everything else, a lot of times those change. And like a lot of other things, I have friends that have them, and a lot of times their HOA doesn't do anything. Some of my friends' HOAs do a lot, but some of them do not. So yeah, that's my pros and cons of owning an apartment or home. Sorry, I went on a little page there, y'all. Morgan may be moving. Thank you for tuning into Morgan and Movement. Like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, comments. Love you. God bless you. Thank you for all you do. Take care. Bye.